This poem is actually titled, what is it called? Um, On the Lonely Road. Um, I don't know why I titled that, but I did. But I actually wrote this on September 1st, 2005. So this, once again, is another poem that I did in my drug days. And I was feeling lost and lonely and I didn't have Christ with me. So here it is. On the lonely road. On the lonely road again, headed toward nowhere, with a full tank of gas and a prayer, watching the sunrise over the desert once again. Radio cranked up to the max, the top down to keep awake, wondering where I'll end up next. Some desolate town, wasting away in the scorching sun, or a city living in a cockroach infested apartment. Driving past a rundown gas station, now I know I'm headed toward nowhere. On a dead, forgotten road, a road of lost, weary souls. I can't help to think that my soul will end up here, on some God-forsaken road. Until then, I'll keep running on this lonely road, headed toward nowhere, watching the sunset over the desert once again, wondering where I'll end up next. When I wrote this poem, um, I was, of course, using drugs, but I was at, I was just going somewhere, and I didn't really have a point. Well, I didn't have a place where I was going to. I was just in my truck, just going, and like I don't know, just wherever I ended up, that's where I'd camp out for the night or for the week, or or find the local meth heads and bunker with them and get high. So it was just like I was always trying to search for that happiness because I felt so empty and so alone that I didn't know where to go besides just to keep going wherever my little pickup went. Whatever money I could round up to get my gas to keep going. So it was pretty intense because I never knew, and I didn't know because I was lost and I wasn't happy and I was so depressed and I hated myself and I hated life so bad. Like I could care less if I was to die, back then. I just and a lot of my poems will actually we'll talk about death because because I didn't want to live anymore. I didn't want to. I had no reason to live. I thought my life was so horrible and so bad that I just didn't want to live. And that's sad because now that I've been born again, now that I have the love of Christ in my life, I just want to live. Like I want to go out and I just want to experience what God has in store for me and just cherish the small things that He has for me and for you. From walking out my door and just watching the birds, eat the birds off my trees, to the dandelions that are polluting my front yard, to the barking dog that lives next door. I like cherishing that stuff now. That is what I want to cherish. And I just want to continue to feel loved in life. And I have that now through Christ, and I realize it. And so many people are in that same boat that I once was. They might not be writing their experiences down on paper, so that years later they can look back and be like, oh no, I was in this horrible, horrible place in my life. But now I'm a free person. I am free. I am alive. I am forgiven. You know, and it's just an amazing thing. It's so amazing. And we take life for granted. We think that we have the worst life ever. And we really don't. I know I don't. I never did. Even when I was on drugs, and even when I was about to kill myself, when I wanted to commit suicide, that I could have died of an overdose. I could have got shot over that drug deal, over that 8 ball. My life could have ended right then and there, but God gave me a new life, and He gave me that mindset and the heart to really appreciate every minute that I have. And I just want people to know that you think that your drugs are going to help you escape and help you find a better place. I know from experience that that isn't. And just through my words and stuff and what I've written on paper, it's not true. It is so not true. So hope you guys enjoy this, and it's for real and it's true, and everything that I share with you guys. This isn't something that I wrote down for the fun of it. It was something that I wrote down that I was actually going through in my life. So I hope you guys cherish this, and I hope you learn something from this, and I hope it's an eye opener for you, because drugs is not going to get you anywhere. It's basically, you're basically sleeping with Satan when you hit that pipe, or when you shoot yourself up, or you take that line. You're sleeping with Satan, and his mission is just to tear you down and to drag you all over this place. Leave you battered and bruised, and you know what? It's not a pretty life. I've seen some horrible things in my days with drugs and stuff, and it's horrible. It's a horrible thing. We shouldn't have to go through that. But I think God makes some people go through those experiences for a reason, and that reason is so that they can become stronger, so that they can tell the people, I've been where you're at, and it sucks, but now look at me. Don't you want to be happy? Don't you want to be free from the bondage of drugs, of alcohol, of sexual immorality? You can, brothers and sisters, you can. And that's only through Christ. You have to surrender yourself to Him, and you'll have such an amazing life through Him. And it's taken me a long time. I'm still growing with God, and my walk with God is right now so small. I've had a lot of setbacks, but just keeping with Him every day, it keeps me stronger too. So I hope you guys enjoy it.